Yeah, I'll figure out the score.
There we go.
1-0 Maru. And from my sources, it appears that Maru went for a proxy Marauder opening.
Oh.
So getting into game number 2 now. And for the first time, they are teammates.
They are teammates.
I realize, man, it's gonna be weird seeing Maru in that jersey, but we will adapt like Ragnarok. Anyway, we are now here on Lightshade LE, where in the bottom right-hand corner map, swatting all the way in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the blue Terran player coming down from South Korea. We just saw his TVZ. Now let's look at how his TvT is shaping up. Representing Team Envy, we have Bunny.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Lightshade LE, we have the South Korean Terran player, the Red Terran. We have his teammates also representing Team Envy. It is Maru. Do it again. Yeah, yep. This is the Maru we know and love.
Yep. That he is.
This is gonna be a quick series.
This is the initiation. Potentially a quick series. This is the initiation onto being in the same team as Maru.
Yep.
You are not Maru's teammate unless you've eaten at least a bunch of his proxies. This is
the real reason why Cure left Jinair. He just had enough.
Yeah, enough of that.
He's like every single time I go to Maru and I want to practice TvT, he just proxies me. That's all he does. it's like Maru, I want some actual practice. Like I've got like a TvT coming up in GSL, mate. He's like, yeah, I got you, and he just proxies me.
But then Maru's defense is like, dude, it's TvT in GSL. Who's not gonna proxy in TvT and GSL? And Cure says, I wouldn't.
Cure's like, everyone else, innovation doesn't do this. Oh my god. Alright, so we got a proxy Marauder with a concussive shell. And didn't you just say that this is exactly what Maru did in game 1?
I mean, that's what it seemed like Maru was going for in game number 1.
Oh boy.
According to my sources.
Yeah, don't do Bunny like this. Oh my god, he's going across the map with his Reaper. He did scout both gases, so he should be aware that there is a proxy out on the map. That's like a big tell, I would imagine.
Oh, it definitely is, especially when he sees the very late factory coming out here. Nothing was in the main base with his SCV scout. Maru moving in right now. Bunny does have a bunker and 2 Marines. Yeah. Now, a bunker on its own, it's still not the worst case scenario for the Marauder player because Marauders, they kind of chew through the bunkers. But yeah, once you start filling them up with Marines, that's a lot more DPS than the Marauders can deal with. All of these SCVs pulled off of the line.
Oh my god, he gets surrounded!
Oh. Does he get the surround? Not quite.
Not quite. Oh my god!
Does he get the surround? Not quite!
Maru, he's losing so much to this Reaper. Meanwhile, he's slowly, getting more and more Marauders out. He has actually, no, never mind. He actually stopped Marauder production. He has given up on them.
Yeah, starting to move his... Oh, Hellion will be able to clear out that Reaper. Finally, Barracks here just to provide a bit of high ground vision. Marauders do have a bonus against these supply depots. As supply depots, fun fact, do have an armor tag, stealing that add-on. You love to see.
What?
Can continue to make Marauders.
Do it again. Do it out.
The Marines come in to make sure he can.
Oh my god.
To see it.
Oh no, the SCVs, they were repairing each other instead of the bunker, but sorry, the depot, but they do end up repairing it in the end. And it's important to note that Maru, as we were saying, like he has given up on this proxy. Like he is slowly expanding, he's transitioning out of this. Like Bunny, he has to reclaim control of his natural as soon as possible.
And so far not looking too likely. Is getting his second CC on the way though.
Oh, Getting a third.
And a third behind us. So yeah, Bunny, once he's able to sort of break out of this, he will just be rolling in the SCVs and the minerals.
Oh yeah, and that's what he does need to do to get back into this. And I'm also surprised, like, his CC is actually much more further along compared to that of Maru. But Maru, he has been investing elsewhere. He does have a couple of Cyclones, is working on the upgrade as well.
And that's the thing about Maru, he is always thinking ahead. He has never wanted to put all his chips into one part of the build. Fortunately, the Cyclone's not quite in position here. Oh my, did that Rex get repaired actually?
It's possible. It's quite possible. There was an SCV. Meanwhile, oh, okay, Maru, he is out here looking to hunt down that Raven that went out earlier, but the Raven did manage to avoid them.
Yeah, decides in the end, a bit more worth it to move in with these Cyclones, trying to get a lock on top of that tank. It is really important that he's able to take it out. Tank does outrange the Cyclone, will be able to take out the tank, but the Marines should make short work of the rest of Maru's army.
That they do, and in the end, there's only one Cyclone remaining here for Maru. And yeah, Bunny, he is transitioning quite nicely out of this. Like, they both have their naturals up and running. Bunny, of course, he did go for the faster third CC, and he's continuing to harass with this Raven.
Like so. Chipping away at Maru's mineral line, and auto turrets do a lot against SCVs. Remember, SCVs are both mechanical and bio. Auto turrets, they have a bit of a bonus against mechanical units.
Yeah, just a bit. And now, you know, Bunny, he does have a nice lead, I would say. We'll be able to capitalize on that though, because again, we talk a lot about TvT. The Raven actually got sniped. About how it can be quite difficult to push into tank lines, like, despite having that army advantage.
Yeah, I mean, we even saw it a little bit earlier today, right? In TY versus Dream. TY, even with a bigger army, a lot of Marines, still had to really nail those disables on the Ravens before, you know, inching forward and taking out a couple of tanks at a time. And that's kind of even harder when you don't have a lot of Ravens out.
Yeah, definitely. You know, it doesn't help that Bunny, he lost his first Raven, so he's already down in that respect. He has to remake them if that's something that he wants to go into. And so far, it doesn't look like it, as he is getting a reactor on his starport.
Yeah, just gonna make sure he can get his aerial superiority, get some Vikings out, some medevacs as well as Bunny again. He is known for his drop play.
Yeah, and a couple of scans coming out here from Bunny, actually confirming that this is the third CC of Maru. He still hasn't landed it, so he's well aware of his economic advantage that he currently has. Now he just has to hold on to it. Maru, he is going across the map.
He is going across the map with a couple of Cyclones, a couple of Ravens. I have my doubts about whether this is going to be enough. Maru scans, sees, gets a very good look on the army. See if he decides to sort of commit to this. Okay, disables one of the tanks.
Yeah, and immediately,
really, that's just for chasing away the army.
Yeah, really, it just forces Bunny to lift up his third CC. All the drones are pulled off as well. And, ooh, Maru, does he want to stay? He resieges.
Yeah, he just wants to make sure that Bunny is unable to push into him as he retreats. Stimmed bio, it is a lot faster than tanks on the retreat. And of course, Maru isn't quite sure whether or not Bunny has his stim ready.
Yeah, and they do scan each other, and it looks like Maru will be able to move out of here. Bunny is trying to force him back. Oh, actually going for a drop.
There we go. This is Bunny.
Well, the scan does miss the drop as well, so Maru, he's currently unaware that Bunny is sending a portion of his army across the map to hit either his third base or his main.
And it's going right into the main. Maru with no reinforcements here in his main base to deal with this. As noticed that Maru is going for mech this game instead of bio like he normally does.
Yeah, I mean, he's trying to go for mech, to say the least. He does have mag field accelerators, and it looks like the Cyclones will be able to focus down these medevacs.
Yeah, nice target firing coming out from Maru. Still going to be losing 9 of his Marines, or SCVs rather. And with that, GG, Bunny tying up that series sideways 1-1.
Oof, GG Maru trying to whip out the Proxy Marauder 2 games in a row, mate. You can't disrespect your teammate Bunny like that. He does adapt, he does hold quite nicely, and yeah, he ties up the series.
Indeed, he does. And with that, we're getting into not our ace match, but game number 3. It's sort of our middle match, if you will.
So, game 3. Does Maru
Yes.
proxy again?
The answer is yes.
Okay. Is it a proxy concussive shell marauder again?
You know what? I'm gonna say proxy tank just cause. I'm gonna say proxy tank just so hopefully I can subliminally influence Maru into actually doing it. See if it works. This is an experiment that I'm throwing down.
We'll see. We shall see. As we are going to be getting into game number 3 here. We'll be keeping an eye on one of these players, see if they send some SCVs out on the map.
Yeah, potentially this player in the top right-hand corner of the map, sweating all the way in the top right-hand corner, the blue Terran player coming down from South Korea. He is going to be representing Team NV. The... what's that quote from that one movie? Like, Buddy... No, the Vicious Buddy, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
What?
Don't kill me, Kuro. We have Buddy.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Oxide LE, as well as just underneath his opponent with the proxy racks once again. We have the South Korean Terran player also representing Team NV. It is Maru.
Yeah, there we go. Not going to be proxy tank this time, but yeah, double
Reaper, I imagine. As this time there's
yeah,
only
we'll
one
keep our
gas.
eye on the gas.
Yeah, as this time there's only one gas taken, as opposed to the double gas taken for the Marauders in the previous game.
I don't know. I'm thinking Marine still.
Okay, well we have Reapers on
No,
the way.
that's the first Reaper.
Okay, and we have the second.
There we go. That's the second gas.
There we go. Second gas being taken by Maru, and we'll see if Bunny's able to catch a wind of this as he does send his SUV across the map. He sees there's no racks, and he sees the second gas being taken.
He's shaking his head.
He's
sighing into his monitor.
He's already getting ready to call up his team manager and be like, "Mate, really? This is the guy who this is who you got on the team? This guy right here? Are you watching this right now? Tune into the Inu stream. Tune in. Watch. God damn it. Feels bad, man.
Does feel a little bad here, but I will say this, like, Maru, he's not quite Bjorn, but he has been known to make magic happen with his Reapers.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, just like he's known for this specifically. He's known to proxy, regardless of, you know, if you're in the game number 1 of a best of 5, if you're in the ace match of a best of 5, in a tournament like GSL, this is exactly how Maru plays. He's not afraid to do so. And Bunny, he was trying to be cheeky across the map, but he does get found out.
This is the killer instinct coming out from Maru, the spidey sense, if you will. And he knows, okay, what can Bunny try to do to sort of take advantage of the fact that I've proxied all of my production across the map? Well, we try to go for a proxy of his own.
Yeah, that you can, and he does shut it down completely. We do see the natural CC is thrown down, the second CC, and it does get spotted by the spotter racks of Maru.
And it's being built on the high ground right now. Bunny really preparing against the proxy Reapers about as well as he can. Going for these Hellions and Marines to deal with these 4 Reapers. And here's the thing about Maru. He knows when to cut his losses. doesn't commit to the Proxy Reaper, backs away, and goes for more Proxy Reapers.
You know what? He takes his win, he backs off, and then he just lands them again and just keeps on pumping out more Reapers.
Yeah, he decides, alright, I've made all the money I can from this slot machine, I'm gonna go to the other slot machine.
Oh boy, and Bunny does confirm that at least one of them landed. He does also see the Reaper count, so he's aware that Maru is continuing to invest into this aggression. And as a result, what is his response? Oh, did he salvage the bunker?
He did salvage a bunker. He thought that he had enough to hold now that he had the Hellions out. Does have a Cyclone, but we'll see how good Maru's KD8 micro has been lately.
Yeah, this is a bit scary. Like, that salvaging the bunker may have lost him the game. We'll see if Maru is able to snowball with these Reapers and this Hellion. To be fair, Maru is unaware. Oh no, actually he's aware. He did go in and scout. So yeah, we'll see if he dives back in.
Medevac coming in to meet the rest of his army, and once the Hellions get lifted, it's gonna be a frantic hold for money.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
impossible, especially now that he's got the tank out. He can sort of zone out that specific area, but it is still going to be difficult, to say the least.
Yep, and here we go. The Hellions have been lifted. The Reapers are headed towards that cliff.
And there are already a couple of Marines here, but the Hellions dive right on top of them. One Hellion being taken out immediately for Bunny. Not a lot of splash damage available to him. Cyclone gets taken out. Still quite a number of Marines here. And the auto turret helping out so much. Just realized we don't have game heart. But 9 SCVs being taken out here for Bunny.
Ooh, yeah, 9 SCVs do go down. In the end, Bunny does hold, but is there really much here to kind of go across the map and go for some kind of counterattack? Now would be the opportunity to do so, but again, Bunny, he isn't really aware how much Maru invested in that.
Yeah, I think if he wasn't forced to throw down the auto turret earlier, he definitely would have gone for this counter push. He would have known that, you know, Maru at most only would have one tank or what have you, and would, you know, try to go for the disable or even the auto turret. But yeah, now that, you know, his ace has been kind of depleted, he's forced to wait for round 2.
Yeah,
with a disadvantage.
Unfortunately, he is forced to stay at home. Again, he's unaware that maybe he could have still made something happen if he went across the map, but yeah, in the end, Maru is able to back off and continue to macro up. You know, his 3rd CC is on the way, the rest of his production as well. Bunny not too far behind. His CC is already done, being turned into that command center, that orbital.
Yeah, we'll be trying to get even up on Maru in terms of the economy. Really wants to make sure that Maru won't have this worker lead as the game moves on. Vikings have been established for Bunny, and with that, he takes the air superiority, tries to go across the map here to, again, just try to make sure that Maru won't hold his economic lead.
Yeah, so Bunny did scan and he did spot the tank positions of Maru, so he is aware that he does have tanks on the high ground in his main base. We'll see if he's able to make something happen. He does have enough energy for 1 interference matrix.
And he's being very careful with them. Oh, this might not be the best. This is a pretty good spread of tanks here for Maru. This Banshee, though, really trying to get a lot done. Maru sort of skirting the edge of those tanks of Bunny. Doesn't want to send his Marines into their range.
Yeah, definitely. He is slowly edging forward, really abusing the fact that he does have that air superiority.
Auto turrets will be chasing that away for now, but they are temporary and they are within tank range.
Exactly. You know what? That was all the energy used up from Maru's Raven. Meanwhile, still plenty of energy left on the side of Bunny.
Yeah, and now the tanks. They're very bunched up here, Light. A couple of auto turrets will make short work of them.
Yeah. Bunny even landed a mule to repair the Banshee.
You'll love to see it. And now Maru sees it.
Oh my god. Meanwhile, Maru's he's going for a drop.
Yeah, trying to go for a bit of a parab drop here. Really taking advantage of the fact that Bunny is sort of stifled here. A little bit misplaced his Marines. He's looking them left and right. The Vikings really making short work of the medevacs. Now he's forced to pull the boys, and Maru should be able to clean out the tanks at least.
Yeah, and with that, he's able to push. He does push all this away. He did lose quite a number of SCVs to make this happen, but again, at the cost of clearing out the tanks, I think it was well worth it.
Yeah, it definitely was. And let's not forget, Maru does have his third base up and running. It's already in orbital. Well, it's not up and running yet, but it's already in orbital. So he's got quite a number of mules there, can continue to pump out more and more SCVs from that. But he's going to be landing his own third base. But Maru going to be taking the initiative here. He came out of that with a decent lead in terms of the tanks, and he does have 1-1 advantage here with his upgrades.
Yeah, but he loses that advantage as he does lose everything on the ground. The Vikings do land from Bunny. He just cleans up the army of Maru.
Just giving him enough damage there to hold and keep his third base up and running. So Marauder's trying to get something done with the tank. Will be able to take it out, but there's another tank up and running. Auto turret really chasing away these Marines.
Yeah, and kind of like a knife fight. Like, Maru had such a big advantage. He committed to that fight, but Bunny was on point with his Vikings, were able to land them just in time to support his ground army, clean everything up, and now Maru, he's forced back, and yeah, we're just kind of chilling.
Yeah, neither player really gonna have much of an ability to push, but that does not stop Maru from trying.
Doesn't stop him whatsoever. He only has a single tank and only a handful of Marines, but you know what? He's looking to make something happen with them.
Man, there are... I feel like we have our sort of Protoss axis, right? We have our stats toss, we have our patience toss, we have our zest toss. I feel like we need one for Terran. Just with how many different Terran players are willing to just go for these Doom drops.
I feel like Coffee will be on one end of the spectrum, right? Like he's...
oh, he's a Terran patience, without a doubt.
Yep.
You know, we'll have TY as one of them. Innovation is another. No, maybe not quite. It's more of like Bjorn at one end and Innovation at another. Alright, Maru's starting to move in. He does have a nice spread of Marines, but there's just too much of a buffer for Buddy's tanks. We'll be eating a couple volleys. And Maru's trying to stick with this position, but Buddy comes in to disable and the flank here with a beautiful concave. GG, Bunny, moving on to match point. Who said that TvT had to be long and drawn out?
Wow, GG, well played. Bunny is now up in this series 2-1, and now he just needs one more win to qualify for DreamHack Last Chance. Mate, is Maru gonna proxy again?
Oh, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
I would say he proxies 1-1 just because why not?
Oh, God. So he has gone for a proxy Marauder. Now he's done proxy Reaper. I feel like proxy 1-1-1, I don't know if that necessarily is ideal in a TvT.
No, it definitely isn't.
Yeah, we've seen it work against Protosses.
It's just my ideal. It's just my my dreams that I'm hoping I can, what's it called, influence Maru into doing. I need to come up with a way to just, you know, be hunched over Maru as he sleeps and just whisper in his ear.
I imagine that we're actually not going to see a proxy. We'll see as we are loading in to Submarine.
Yeah, if this was any other map, I would have completely thought, yep, we're going to see a proxy out of Maru, but I feel like it's too obvious, right? On Submarine, Maru might be trying something a little bit different. He will probably still be doing something aggressive when it comes to his opening, but just not necessarily a proxy. But we'll see, as we are now on Submarine. LE. We all live in the LE Submarine. Some of us thrive in it. One of them, not quite being this player, but I mean, he does do pretty well. Here in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, swinging all the way in the bottom right-hand corner, the blue Terran player coming out from Korea. He is hopping around into a lead here on match point against Maru, of all people, his fresh new teammate. Can he deny him that qualification spot and secure his own qualifier for DreamHack Last Chance? Let's find out. Representing Team NV, we have Bunny.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Submarine LE, we have the South Korean Terran player. Also representing Team NV, currently not going for a proxy, it is Maru. And this is kind of what I meant. On a map like Submarine, we've spoken about it before. You don't need to proxy just because the rush distance is so short. Like you can just be regularly aggressive, and like the map kind of amplifies that.
Yeah, without a doubt. Welcome to Submarine, the map where every location is a proxy.
Exactly. Oh boy.
Maru not going for a full scout here in the base of Bunny, but doing a pretty good job of denying that denying that scouting information for Bunny.
Yeah. And what's important is that we do see a divergence in the builds. Maru, he did go for his second gas quite quickly, as opposed to Bunny, who is stuck on one, and as a result, we do have a much faster factory on the way.
Indeed we do. I have to wonder what this is for. Right now I'm looking at a gas scout light, and Maru, he is mining off of 3 gases. He has 3 SCVs in the gas. Could this be what I hope it is? Is Maru going to be channeling his inner coffee?
I was about to say, is this the Chinese build?
It's a variant of it.
So, what does that mean?
It means at least 4 Reapers, 4 Hellions, some kind of starport unit, and you go right across the map. But that is not quite what Maru is going to go for. We'll see if he commits to getting reactive Reapers out, or if he's going to go for the more standard Marine follow-up out of this. And I do like that Bunny is being very careful here.
Yeah, definitely, as Bunny is getting up his bunker, which does make sense because he did get a much faster natural expansion, which is a little bit greedy compared to what Maru went for, so he has to make sure he's able to secure that with that bunker.
I love how Bunny's been able to bluff Maru. He thought that was a Marine in that bunker. It was just an SCV, mate.
Uh-huh.
Maru did not want to tangle with that.
Oh boy.
As a result, Bunny gets his natural base up.
Yeah, he gets his natural up. Meanwhile, the natural of Maru is still on the way. So we'll see if Maru is able to make something happen with, his earlier 1-1-1, as he is going for that tech lab on the starport.
And here's that Raven coming out first. Whether he uses it for harass or if he's just going to be building up the energy for a push, that is what we'll wait for.
Yeah. Like, again, this does look pretty aggressive coming out from Maru. We'll see if Bunny's able to spot this, because so far he hasn't opted to scan the main base. He's still currently unaware of what Maru's doing.
He's probably got an inkling. Just doesn't trust him. Bunny kind of revealing his hand a little bit. I don't think Maru sees that there is a tank inside that medevac, but regardless, he knows that Bunny is starting to push out now with a decent amount of forces. He needs to start positioning his own army. Yeah,
honestly, I like this coming out from Bunny, because again, he's being aggressive, and with this, he should be able to get at least some scouting information. He'll be able to see the opener from Maru, the timing on various things, and with that, he should be able to respond.
Straight to the main. Nope, not quite. Just gonna be, trying to get his tank in a position to support whatever he drops into the main base later on. Good little disable, but it does mean that Maru is, unable to utilize that later on. Whoa, Bunny actually unsieged at just the right moment at the end there, just before he got disabled.
Yeah, definitely. Like, that was honestly quite scary.
That was insane.
Yeah, like, he was almost about to lose everything there, and now he's been able to keep both of his tanks alive.
Yeah, there are 2 Ravens out now. One of them throws out an auto turret, and with that, Maru has more than enough to hold. Bunny running on back home, tail between his legs. I'm not sure how a bunny does that. It's a very short tail. Short and fluffy. And you just call it Maru. Bringing that Series City Ace match.
Yeah.
He wanted to be He didn't even have the chance to be aggressive on the aggressive map.
Yeah, exactly. Maru, he didn't even give him the satisfaction. I was about to say that Bunny invested a lot in that move out, and losing both tanks like that was huge. And as we said, like, because we're on submarine, as soon as that happens and your opponent goes across the map, they're basically already at your front door. It's like, mate, like, what do you have left?
It's like when, yeah, exactly. Like, don't think of it as both players being neighbors. Think of it more of them being roommates.
I mean, they potentially
on
are.
Submarine. Yeah, because they all live in the Elgi submarine.
Was it about teammates?
I don't think NV has a team house, but yeah, I mean, they could.
No, we could confirm
something. We could confirm that. Get Creator on the line.
We need Creator on the line. That's the other sad thing, right? Like, I'm sure a bunch of these players, they were used to training together, like in the Jin team house, and now they're all free. I wish we had more updates from Korea, because I remember there used to be like these pseudo team houses that they set up where like a bunch of players were living together. Like Ryung and Patience were together with Impact for a while. Of course, Armani and Special.
The boys. I think they actually had a name for that apartment.
They did. Yeah, they did. They did.
It was something like, what was it? It was like,
Kuro knows.
I remember. It was, yeah, Kuro knows what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about I'm talking about both apartments, the Special Armani one and also the Ryung Impact Patience one.
Yeah, yeah. I remember, I think it was it Solar and Solar, Forte, and one other person. They all lived in the same apartment complex. I believe.
Oh, yeah. I think similar thing with Bjorn and Patience, but we'll get into that some other time. As for now, we are on the ace match. One of these players is going to qualify for DreamHack Last Chance to get into Katowice. That's a full name if you weren't aware. And I'm going to have to make this quick. In the bottom left-hand corner of the map, starting all the way in the bottom left-hand corner of Jagannatha LE, the blue Terran player, coming down from South Korea, playing for Team NV. About to be proxied, we have Bunny.
And spawning in the top right, we have his opponent who is doing the proxying, as we do have a Rax being thrown down. It is his teammates representing Team NV, the South Korean Terran. It is Maru. So this is obvious, right?
Yeah, depends on what Bunny's able to scout.
Oh my god, like, Maru has been proxying every single game except for Submarine. Like,
and even on Submarine, but Maru was like, oh, this feels so unnatural.
Yeah, and he stayed on one base for a lot longer, focusing on his army. So hopefully Bunny is able to get a whiff of this. He is going for like a double gas opening, so he is planning to stay on one base a little bit longer, which will favor him, I think.
Maybe. You know, it definitely will. He cannot afford to get another base out. That's just going to be completely delayed. Maru once again go for the Reapers.
Yeah, and he is working on a second gas as well. But again, we did see this earlier, where Bunny was able to hold initially, but then of course Maru went back into the Reapers and then kind of snowballs from there. Yeah, we'll see if Bunny's able to catch wind of this. I believe he is sending an SCV across the map, and yeah, he does see that the Raxes are missing.
And again, he is just breathing out a deep sigh. You're really gonna turn the ace match in this, huh, teammate?
All right, let's go, let's dance. And all right, so he's pumping out as many Marines as he can. He hasn't started a bunker.
He has started a bunker, but it's at a ramp location, which is a little bit odd. But I think on a map like Jagannatha, he is sort of counting on Maru not to risk going for the double edge. Which right now he's not.
Yeah, of course, as Maru did realize that the bunker was there, he is focusing his efforts at the ledge to the north. Meanwhile, Bunny, this time, it's going unscouted.
Here we go. This is a textbook response to Proxy Reapers, assuming you were able to scout it. Just going for the proxied starport behind this, trying to get a Liberator out, And Maru, he's not gonna have anti-air. He's not gonna have anti-air for a while.
Oh, exactly, and he's going to completely deny any mining in the main base of Maru, at least if this continues to go unscouted. And we'll see if Bunny's able to hold on here.
I really fear for Maru right now. I gotta be honest with you, Light.
I mean,
he needs to pull off a miracle. He's getting a tap grab, but
yeah,
even still, the Cyclone takes a little while to build.
It does, and the Liberator is so close to coming out, and once it comes out, it will deny so much mining. As you said, there it is. A Cyclone is on the way, so Maru will have some anti-air.
Yeah, really important that Maru is able to actually scout with this barracks, confirms that there is no starport in the main. Is going to be transitioning into Magfield for these Cyclones. Or Cyclone, depending on how many he gets. Mining is gone.
Yep.
And 5 SCVs taken out. That is such a long delay on the second base.
0 mining right now as finally the Cyclone does come out looking to target down that Liberator.
Yeah, Magfield really helping out. Bunny sort of deciding, you know what? I don't see my Liberator making it out here. I'm just going to get a couple more SCVs. 8 of them go down for Maru. Bunny in a decent lead economically. But he is still behind in terms of bases.
He is. You know, we do already have the CC finishing up for Maru. Meanwhile, Bunny is still working on his, so he's a little bit behind in that respect. But other than that, you know, things are kind of evening out a little bit. Bunny did survive the proxy.
And that's the start, yeah. You can see clearly now. Just looking towards the rest of this game.
Rain is gone.
I feel like that's what a lot of players how a lot of players felt when Rain announced his retirement.
Yeah.
But like, oh my god, I can actually win something now.
Feels bad, man. It's not even ESL Open Cup and you just brought up Rain.
Well, you're the one who brought up the name. Megan uses Cyclone drop. I actually canceled Magfield a little bit earlier. And yeah, they do get a little bit of damage done.
Yeah, he started earlier, so I assumed he finished it, but yeah, he ended up canceling it in the end. Interesting. So I guess this game he's opting not to go for a mech, as I believe last time he went for Magfield, he did commit to more factory play.
Yeah, he did. I have to wonder whether it's he went to mech because he committed to Magfield, or he got Magfield because he was committed to mech.
Yeah, what came first, the chicken or the duck?
Which came first, the rain or the pain?
What are you saying?
I remember we had something for that. We had something for that, didn't we? Oh no, it was what came first, rain or Jim?
Yeah, what came? Was it rain?
I don't think it was rain.
It wasn't rain.
Just said, we were just Jim is
yes,
came before time.
Exactly. Regardless of who came first, Jim came before time.
Yep, there we go. That's all we really need to know. Alright, Maru doing a really good job of containing Bunny right now. He cannot get his third base.
He's trying.
He can go for the other location.
Yeah, he definitely can. Meanwhile, we do have Maru currently containing Bunny to 2 bases, not allowing him to take his third. But you know what? Oh, Bunny's going in.
Yeah, he breaks out, really making use of his Cyclone. Oh, but actually the Medevac eating that Cyclone lock on. Bunny's starting to lose a lot of his Marines. Takes out a lot of the supporting army for Maru, but not quite enough. Here comes the tanks dropping right into the main. Vikings should be landing fairly soon. Oh, actually no, making it out of there. Does not want to contest with those unsieged tanks. I almost said unborrowed.
Yeah, interesting that Maru doesn't commit to that. All he may be looking to at the moment, as he does have air superiority. Really, there's no opportunity for Bunny to contend with this, and
there we have it. Maru will not be qualifying for DreamHack Last Chance. Bunny stealing the spot. You'll have to see it.
Wow, GG. Bunny knocks out Maru from the qualifiers, and he's the one to advance to DreamHack Last Chance.
You'll love to see it. Wow, I'm Yeah, just wow, Bunny. I mean, it was a fairly close series at the end, and his series against Dongri-gu was pretty. He made every lower bracket match he's been in. He brought every single match he played in tonight, like to the ace match. It was so incredibly close for him. There were multiple moments throughout the entire evening where Bunny could have just been taken out, not gotten a chance of qualifying for DreamHack Last Chance. But instead, he ekes it out, takes out Maru, takes out Dongri-gu, takes out Byun in order to get there. What a run.
What a run. Congratulations, Bunny, for qualifying, for having that last chance at DreamHack Last Chance. It's going to be amazing to see him contend, and yeah, really well done taking out Maru. To be fair, Maru, he did play like Maru, just proxying every single game except for the one on Submarine. You know, that's...
Bunny is gonna go into like Maru's house. No, Maru is gonna go into like Bunny's house now and be like, "Hey, I'm part of the family. You're part of the family now. You survived my proxies."
And then Bunny's gonna leave the team.
Yep.